everyone. Today I am going to show you how to make this super easy peasy tote bag. This is very beginner friendly. It has very little sewing. It takes one continuous piece of fabric and about 72 inches of 1.5 inch webbing. Now you can use cotton or you can use the nylon webbing, it doesn't matter. I recommend that you use a heavy cotton canvas or a heavy upholstery, not really heavy upholstery fabric, but upholstery fabric or exterior upholstery fabric to make this bag. I made this out of some fabric that I got at Joann's. It's a lightweight outdoor canvas that you use on cushions and stuff. So I made that, and I got my webbing. I think I got my webbing at Hobby Lobby. And then my label, and that's it. That's all I needed. It has cute folded up side. There is absolutely no lining in here. And on the edges, you use a zigzag stitch, or you can use a serger, if you have a serger, to finish off your edges of your fabric so they don't fray. It goes together very quickly. You sew up two sides of the seams. I'll show you how to do this. So the fold comes out like that, and you put your straps on, and you're done. But you can add a lining in it. This is perfect for a drop-in lining since your tops are folded over and sewed down and top stitched. So it's perfect for a drop-in lining. You can make a drop-in lining that has the zipper pocket and the slip pocket. You could put a bottle pocket off to the side. It's just, you can do just about anything with this thing. You can even make your lining with a more sturdy, put some Peltex or Decaville Heavy on the bottom to make the bottom of it more sturdy if you don't like the slouchy type bag. But this is designed to be a little bit slouchy. You can use quilt cotton, but it will be super, super slouchy, even if you use a little bit of interfacing on it. So it's just very, very simple. I sewed this one up last night to see, got my directions out from from long ago when I took my class, and this is probably the second or third bag that I made when I started making handbags. I took a class at a quilt shop, and I made this style of bag. I don't even know where that bag is. I don't know if I gave it away. I probably gave it away to somebody. I don't think I sold it. It doesn't even have a name. Easy-Peasy Tote. There you go. We're going to sew this today. So stick around and watch this video and see how quickly this goes together. You'll just love it. You will sew lots of these for friends, for yourself. Just makes a good little shopping bag if you're just going to a couple of stores to get a couple of things. I think it's very cute. Let's get sewing. So the first thing we're going to do, you're going to cut your material 31 inches long and 18 inches tall, okay? And you're going to stitch on the longer edge of the fabric on both sides of the longer edges, the 31 inch sides. And we're going to zigzag all the way down both of those sides. You can either zigzag or you can use a serger if you have one. I'm going to zigzag. I do have a serger, but I just don't want to pull it out. I'm too lazy. for our straps. And it will look like that. You can do it all the way around if you want. I just do it on the sides though. You want your right side facing down, wrong side facing up, and you're going to take it and you're going to bring it up there, meet your edge to your edge, and this is going to make a square. Kind of a square. Okay, then you're going to take your ruler, and I suggest you use a clear ruler. You don't have to, but it's a good thing if you do. And it's a good thing if you have a mat, so you can lay it on a line so you know it's straight. And you want to measure 4 1/4 inches up from the bottom. So your fold mark is down here. And I am going to use chalk very lightly. So you want a line across here. Then you want to go to this side and measure 4 1/4 in, but you are only drawing from the top to this line, okay? And you're going to do the same over here. So, it should look like that. So I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. Four 1/4 all the way across. And then 4 1/4 down to this line, and down to this line. Okay, so this is going to be your lines for your straps and to make your rectangle size. Okay, so after you make your marks, you are going to, or after you do your sewing and make your marks, you're going to measure down 2 inches from the top, and you're going to make some marks here. And you want to do that on both sides. Now I use 1/2 inch tape for this part. My straps are 44 inches instead of 42. I use 1/2 inch tape for this part, and I put it 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch away from the line, and you want it on the inside of the line. Keeping it 1/4 inch away. You can use 1/4 inch tape too if you want. I just like using the 1/2 inch. It sticks more of the strap down. Keeping the tape 1/4 inch away from the line keeps your needle from getting gummed up when you sew your straps on. And you want to do that for both sides. And you're going to take your strap, one of your straps, take the tape off, And you want to place your strap, this edge, right up against that line, and you want to keep it even with that bottom line, okay? And you're just going to tape up to there. Then you want to take it and swing it around like that. Take this paper off. Line it up on that line and line this edge up to that line you drew. So it looks like that. And now we are going to sew at 1/8 of an inch seam allowance up here. And when you get to this line here, you're going to pivot, turn, then pivot and come down. And you're going to do that on this side too. And then you'll flip it over and you'll do your other one. So we're just going to attach the straps right now, because when you sew the strap, you're going to want to open this up. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Take our other strap, start on that line, butt the edge of it up to that line. Then we want to swing it around, and I usually put mine inside like that. Line this one up. And again, on this side, we're going to sew the same way. Up, over, and down. Okay? And we're going to open it up like this. We'll sew this side first, and then we'll turn it around and sew this side. Alright, since I told you that this was domestic friendly, I decided I would just go ahead and sew the whole thing on my domestic machine. So you want to open it up like this, take one side, lay the other side on your lap, or lay the other side out here. We're going to start here. I'm going to change my stitch here. I want to go back down to 0, up to 2, and change it to a straight stitch. Coming up to this line, so I'm going to slow down, pick my foot up so I can pivot, and go straight across. Put my foot down, or my needle down, foot up, so I can pivot again. And you don't have to sew across here. You can if you want, but I don't. I just leave it hanging. one more time, and then you can do the other side on your own, and I'll do the other side off camera. To the line, put your needle, put your needle down, your foot up, pivot, sew straight across, needle down, foot up, pivot, and it should look like that. Okay, so you can go ahead and do the other side, and I will do my other side off camera. Your piece should look like this. You're not going to be able to see this part here. And you want it to be right sides up, and from about 1/4 of an inch underneath both of these straps, the bottom of the straps, you're going to take this and you're going to flip it like that. So it's, I hope you can see that. So there's about 1/4 of an inch right here. Straight. Yep, it is. And then you want to press it. You can either press it with your fingers or you can press it with an iron. I'm pressing mine with my fingers. And then you're going to take this and flip it around, and you're going to do the same thing with this side. A 1/4 of an inch. And then you just want to press it really good with your fingers, or press it with the iron or a steam press or whatever kind of press that you have. Do this side first. You want to take that and bring it up over the bottom of this, the bottom of these straps, so they cover them. And you can press again, but you're going to want to pin also, because you're going to top stitch across there. Some pins in there, just a couple. To hold it. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Take this, pinch it, and bring it up over here, all the way across. Bet you could tape that too. Yeah, it's flat. It's hard to get these pins through this webbing. It's kind of thick. Then we're going to top stitch across there, okay? So now we're going to top stitch on the bottom of the bag. Ouch. Yo! Turn the stitch up to 3 1/2 for my top stitch, and you want 1/8 of an inch seam allowance around there. Oops. Do the upside. And you should get a bottom that looks like that. It'll look like that on the inside. Now we will put this bag together. Now you want this to be like that. And this one here. So you're going to take this seam right here and grab it. And you're going to bring it up to here. Make sure these are pretty much lined up. Pretty much lined up. Then you pinch that like that and flip it. If you got a big clip, put a big clip right in the center. Then you will want to clip on the side over here and here. Here. I need a big clip down here on this thickness too. a little bit off, so we will fix that. We will trim that up. This is what we're going to do. That's no big deal. Just don't get your straps in the way. Well, it might work. We'll trim it up after we get everything sewn. One more clip. Okay, so what we're going to do is we got everything. We're going to trim off about 1/4 of an inch so it's all even. Right? So then we're going to take it to the machine and we're going to sew these sides. Okay? Okay, I'm going to re-sew that because my camera shut off. Okay? I don't know if you want to see, probably the new people that haven't sewn many bags would like to see. So I'm going to back stitch and I'm using a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Sewing down the side here. Seeing how this is my second line, I'm just going right to the side of it. It's kind of like the reinforcement stitch. I don't want to go over the top of it because it will make too many stitches in this canvas and it could pull apart. And that would make me happy. So then I flip it over and do the other side. Not sure what's up with my camera lately. I cleaned it up, cleaned the cache up, so I don't know why it keeps shutting off. Maybe I needed a new phone. Of course, because that one's paid off. Okay. So the sides are sewn up. And all we have to do is turn this bag. And when you turn it and poke everything out, you will find that you have a nice corner. Your corner should look like that. So it'll look like that on that side and that side. So I am going to open the seam up, butterfly it. I'm going to press it down a little with my iron. Then I'm going to fold this about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to press all the way around the top. So now we just take this and we fold it over at 1/2 inch all the way around, and we are going to clip. You can mark on there 1/2 inch, or well, actually you'd want to mark an inch line, and then fold it down to the inch line, and you would get 1/2 inch. So I'm just eyeballing my. Okay. Then we want to top stitch. This one's a little bit smaller than the other one. Oh, because I cut some of that off. It's a little bit slouchy. And it'll look like that. So let me go top stitch this. But, yeah. Now, if you want, when you come up to these, if you want your strap attached, you can fold it up here and just go straight across there, but I don't do that because I like mine to fall down like that. I don't know what you call that, a floppy strap. And then I will tie these off and burn them. And there you have the Easy-Peasy Tote. Nice length. It is kind of floppy, but that's because I used even thinner material this time. Excuse me. There's a tote bag. Beginner friendly, domestic friendly, goes together in 30 minutes, maybe less, depending on how fast you sew. Thank you for joining me today in putting this video together. I appreciate you watching my channel. Easy-Peasy Tote. Have a good evening. Bye.